In the Division 2, there are a number of different perks available to purchase with Shade Tech, 19 to be exact. Of these 19, which ones are the most useful, and where should you spend your Shade Tech first? That's exactly what we'll be covering in this video. I'll touch on each perk and put it in one of 3 categories, and at the end of the video, I will have a color-coded diagram to help give a visual. The first category being priority purchases that you will want to buy sooner rather than later. The second category being useful but no huge rush in getting. The third category will be least useful / not available or useful until later in the game. Within the categories, they aren't in any specific order due to the fact that playstyles will vary, and you will want to focus on what you feel will benefit your style most. There is a decent amount to go through, so I am going to try to make it quick. The first perk is Weapon Slot, which allows you to equip your second primary weapon, and this perk will have to be purchased automatically when completing the tutorial. The next perk has 2 tiers. The first tier will restock armor kits when entering a safe zone, and the second tier will restock grenades. This is a useful perk, but not one that requires urgency due to the fact that fallen enemies tend to drop many grenades and armor kits along the way, and the game starts quite easy, where I don't think you will have a problem running out of these items early in the game. The next perk gives you a 50% chance to earn a bonus item when opening a proficiency cache. I put this perk in the priority category due to the fact that the sooner you unlock it, the more items you will get along the way, helping you stay geared and giving you plenty of items to cash in for projects, deconstruct, or sell for cash if needed. We'll go ahead and group the next 2 perks together. They both have 3 tiers, each allowing you to carry 1 additional armor kit or grenade. This is useful, but no rush for the same reasons mentioned regarding armor kits and grenades earlier. Next up is another 3-tier perk increasing inventory space by 10, 20, and 40. I put this one in the useful but no rush category. You can go ahead and purchase this one when you find that you're beginning to fill up quickly, which will be more than likely due to holding on to items to cash in for projects. Next is a similar perk, but for the stash this time, increasing by 20, 30, and 50. Unlike inventory though, I placed this one in the least useful category. I found that I never really kept anything in my stash from level 1 to 30. This will be more handy in the endgame when you are stashing items to use for recalibration or alternate builds. I'm not going to get into the specifics of each tier of this next one because they all do the same thing, just different specific situations. This perk will allow you to earn extra experience along the way. I put this one in the priority category because the sooner you max this perk out, the more experience you will have earned throughout the game. The next perk has 2 tiers and is called Detection. And what this does is as you donate resources to the different control points and get them over 50 of each resource, it will increase your detection of loot boxes for tier 1 and enemies for tier 2. Another useful but no rush perk. The loot box detection is nice because they become very obvious, but it's not really necessary. The next perk is a 3-tier perk which increases crafting material storage by 50, 50, and 100. I put this in the least useful category because you won't run into too many issues early on, but when you do find yourself full of some material, go ahead and start purchasing 1 tier at a time. We'll go ahead and lump the next 4 perks together. There are different amounts of tiers on each one, but these will unlock all the basic weapon mods available without the need to craft. Weapon mods work different in this game than they did in the Division 1. Once you acquire a mod, it will always be available to apply to all your weapons with an unlimited supply. This puts these perks in the priority purchase category. Next up is the Deconstruction perk. The first tier will yield extra crafting materials, and the second will give the chance to receive a rare upon deconstruction. The second tier is more useful than the first, but I have to put this one in the least useful category because deconstructing items doesn't seem to be as important as it was in the first Division game. The next perk will increase resource carrying capacity by 50 for each of the 3 tiers. This falls under the useful but no rush category. These resources are important for resupplying captured control points, which is an objective for many of the projects. The only thing that keeps it from being more important is if you find yourself getting close to the cap, you can just fast travel to whichever control point you need to resupply and free up room there. The next perk has 2 tiers, granting access to 1 hard bounty and 1 challenging bounty per day. You cannot unlock these until Otis joins the team at the White House, so I put this in the least useful / not available category. The next perk grants an extra loadout slot for each of its 3 tiers. This falls into the least useful category because until endgame there really is no reason to have different builds to swap out. The last perk increases the amount of signature weapon ammo dropped, and this is another least useful / not available perk because you don't unlock your signature weapon until you reach level 30 and finish the story missions, including the strongholds. One brief note as we're coming to the end of this video. On some perks you cannot unlock the final tier until you reach level 30. In these situations you can just move on to something more important, and by the time you hit level 30 you should have plenty of shade tech laying around and go ahead and max them out then. On screen I have color coded the different perks by which category I put them in. Green are the priority perks, yellow are the useful but no rush perks, and red are the least useful that you're going to want to wait to purchase. Hopefully this video has helped provide a little guidance with where to invest your shade tech early on in your Division 2 journey. I will be posting more videos like this weekly. I've got a lot of things that I would like to get into, and if you'd like to see them, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and come back for more. I also stream every Friday on Twitch if you'd like to catch me there and say hello. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Good luck and have fun playing through the Division 2.